We're here at the Education Forum that was hosted by Grace Kennedy and Western Union. And tonight they're talking about education and the weaknesses, the strengths and opportunities that exist for students who are at the college level. And they're going to tonight unveil their new scholarship program that they will be having for students from the Caribbean, whose parents actually are from the Caribbean, first generation students. So we're here and we're anticipating this unveiling of their new scholarship program that Western Union and Grace Kennedy is going to unveil tonight. And we're here at the Miramar Civic Center in Miramar, Florida. We have with us the person who is in charge of doing all of this, is getting everybody together, none other than Miss Hazel Maraj. And Miss Hazel Maraj, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I have survived, and everything is going well, and we're very excited, and this is such an important forum, and the information that is being imparted is really very important for all the students, for their parents, that they can make good informed decisions about education.
And we just heard from the CEO of Grace Kennedy, Mr. Don Webby, and he, said that he's going to revive a new program, a program that was already in existence for students, for college students, and it's like an internship program there in Jamaica for with Grace Kennedy. And I'm very happy to know that they're looking out for the students that have graduated also, because many times they graduate and they don't know where they're going to go and what's going to happen. Tell us a little bit about what is happening here tonight and where's your heart right now?
Well, right now, what my CEO spoke about is what we call the Grace Kennedy Jamaican Birthright Program. And this was a program that started almost 6 years ago by Mr. Douglas Arena. It was his initiative. But it's really about finding our first and second generation Jamaicans living abroad and being able to, when they graduate from school, take them back to Jamaica, let them work in an internship program at Grace Kennedy, and then be able to connect to their roots and culture, thereby keeping that connection going, keeping the culture alive, the heritage alive. And that's what it is. And that is such a very excellent program for me, because I work assiduously on that program as well. And we had a lot of really excellent ambassadors that came out from the universities here in Florida that was chosen as interns, and they went down and they are now ambassadors for Grace Kennedy here.
Well, explain to them about the first and second generation, because they might not understand what it is that you mean.
Okay, first and second generation is that if your parents are born in Jamaica and you were born in the U.S., you're first generation. And if you are your child born here, and your grandparents born here, you would be second generation. So they have this first, second generation terminology that we use to qualify them. And that is why we said we need to connect them, because a lot of times they have families back home that they don't know. And so we unite them with those families.
So if they were born in Jamaica, came here as a baby, they would not be considered for this program?
No, they have to be born in the United States by parents by Jamaican parents.
Okay, well, my baby qualifies. I'm so excited about what's happening here tonight. When I see the diversity, people from Trinidad, Guyana, it's just amazing what you have put together. And I really want to say on behalf of our staff and our listeners and viewers from Get Vision TV that we really appreciate your hard work and what it is that you've put together tonight, because this is so needed. Because many times, as Sean Mason said, who is also the CEO for Western Union, he said he came to Howard University with 2 suitcases and 1 semester worth of money. So what you've put together tonight is going to enable others to really fund their time here in college in the United States.
And Dr. Mildred Betty is right now at the podium talking, and one of the things she spoke about was that Caribbean students are so focused and they want to do it all, but sometimes you need to take it slow, and so she's given some really good advice to parents about when you're taking them to university, what is it that you need to do and how to help them to get to that level,
Well, just say to someone who is watching, who is having a hard time right now with their child in university, what is your goal, what is your vision, and what is your mission for tonight, and what is it that they can accomplish based on what it is that you're going to unveil tonight?
Okay, right now what we're going to unveil is a scholarship program, and that is being done by Western Union. I do not have a lot of information on that program because it's going to be unveiled here for the first time. So information will be coming out in the media about this program, so they can listen to all the media about this, and they'll see it on the internet, they'll see it on the webs, in the newspapers, they'll see it everywhere, so they'll know. They're going to be calling numbers, and they'll be able to find out about how they do go about getting to enter to be a part of that scholarship program, and what are the criteria that they will be outlining.
And we have with us Mr. Sean Mason, who is the Vice President for the Caribbean regions for Western Union. Welcome, Mr. Mason.
Thank you.
Tonight we're here at the forum that you all are putting on, and we want to just know from your heart, why this forum?
Education is near and dear to Western Union, and as an immigrant myself, it's near and dear to me. I remember my experience at Howard University, turning up in the courtyard at Howard University with 2 suitcases in my hand and 1 semester's worth of money, and making the brave challenge of it. So I know that for immigrants, it's important that we succeed, go ahead, help the next generation. And I think it's an opportunity, from Western Union to show that it's more than about remittances. It's about the Caribbean community.
We're here this evening with Miss Michelle Allen, and she is the CEO for Grace Kennedy Money Services. So Michelle, tell us a little bit about what it is that we should expect from you tonight.
Well, this evening I'm going to be sharing with the team what Grace Kennedy Money Services have done over the last 10 years in terms of education, focusing on our primary education, which has been what we've been doing throughout Jamaica and the Caribbean market.
So Western Union and Grace Kennedy have in common this need to continuously reach out to our Caribbean people who are living in the diaspora. So Western Union and ourselves, we have put on this forum so that we can discuss. It's not just about talking about ourselves, it's talking about the children at home, the young people, and how we can all work together to make the future better for them.
Here we have our sponsor from Golden Cross, who is going to speak to us about the reason they decided to partner with Grace Kennedy and Western Union in this effort.
Hi, yes, thank you for having me. One of the reasons why we decided to be a part of it also, and you also mentioned it, is because it's the future of our kids. And, Jamaican has a saying, one and don't clap. So we have to, encourage and also support Grace Kennedy and Western Union to help to move our kids to be better in the society. And we are just happy to have with us our moderator for the night, none other than Ashera Mohammed, who is from Trinidad, and she so eloquently, and she was the moderator and she did so well. And we want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here tonight. Tell us a little bit about, what are your thoughts on what happened here tonight?
Well, I think it was a great event. We had a good turnout, and it's very important to have these type of events to educate the community here and back home on the different options that are available to them. Tonight we discussed the DREAM Act in the earlier part of the segment and the education system here in the United States, and what the options are that the students who are of Caribbean descent, who either have their papers or don't have their papers, and how it affects them in going to school here in the United States.
We have with us none other than Mr. Don Webby, who is the CEO for Grace Kennedy Group. Mr. Webby, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure, and what a wonderful function we had tonight. I'm very happy with it.
Well, we are grateful for Grace Kennedy and the work that they're doing in our community here in South Florida. And for this to be your first stop, we're very excited. And, so far we've been saying, okay, we're going to unveil this scholarship. So now that we know this about the scholarship, it's called, tell us a little bit about the scholarship that you did tonight. You tell them.
Well, the scholarship is a Western Union scholarship, and we will be partnering with them, where we'll award 2 students $10,000 each. To further their education, Caribbean nationals from about 9 countries they will be chosen from, and they have there's a criteria in terms of entries, etc.
Okay, and there was another one that you had mentioned, the birthright.
Yeah, that one is now Grace Kennedy, where what we will do, it was started some years ago. We suspended it for a while just to reevaluate how it was doing. We're going to be restarting our birthright program, where first and second generation Jamaicans will be given the opportunity to come to Jamaica to spend 1 month, work with Grace Kennedy for a month, experience Jamaica, experience the culture. And it has been very successful before, and we're really looking forward to restart it again in 2015. So we're going to be choosing first and second generation Jamaicans from the USA, Canada, and the UK.
So how many students are going to qualify for that?
I would think about 5. We haven't finalized the details, but probably a minimum of 5.
And do they have to have a certain major?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, people would think because business, Grace Kennedy. Not at all. We have had students there that are doing art and all other degrees. No, not at all.
What prompted you all to start, the education programs here for the students?
Well, we have made a commitment, that we're going to be investing Grace Kennedy in terms of our giving back and corporate social responsibility in youth and education. So we have been very focused on education. In my presentation, I'm sure you heard we're actually now sending over 400 children from the inner city to school and to high school and to university, and it has been a tremendous success. When I see the results of some of these children, once they have given the opportunity, it's really, really heartwarming. I'm speaking about children that are getting 8 A's in the CXCs, going on to university, getting their first degree, getting scholarships to do their masters. It's just really, really a success. And what this is saying is that Jamaica is a great nation. It's a really great nation, and once we give the children the opportunity, and they are very focused and they're very determined, great things are going to happen. And we are seeing it now through our Grace and Star Foundation, and that again just gives us more encouragement to do more in terms of trying to get more Jamaicans educated.
And as we end this interview, I would want you to say to a parent tonight who is struggling with their child in university or is about to enter university and don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. What would you say as a word of encouragement to a parent that's going through that process right now?
My staff at Grace Kennedy will tell you this. I was saying, and it's very simple, never, 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 never give up. You have to be persistent, and the good Lord will find a way. And you have to be determined, and you have to keep your children encouraged that they don't get disheartened if things run, if things run hard that you can't afford it. But once you're determined, I find that things will happen.
Yes.
Even if you have to work and study, even if you have to delay for a year in terms of university and go and work and save, once you're being very focused, you will be successful and be persistent.
Well, we really thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule because your office is in Jamaica, correct?
That's right. We're off to New York now for the second half of our Diaspora conference, town hall meeting. And then we are going to Canada. Unfortunately, I can't make it to Canada this year, so I'll head back home after New York.
But we just want to say to Grace Kennedy and Western Union that we really appreciate the work that you're doing in the community. And without companies like Grace Kennedy and Western Union, it would be tough for many families. So we just want to thank you for your continued support and unity is strength. And we saw the partners here tonight. It's not about Jamaica only. It's about the Caribbean. It's about the US. It's everybody partnering to make this good for our students, our children, because of course our children are our future. So just one more thing, just anything that's on your heart that that you want to say tonight?
I mean, my final comment is that I really want to thank the Jamaican diaspora, the Caribbean diaspora, for supporting Grace Kennedy over the years. I mean, by supporting us, we are in a position to give back, as we have said, and we are just hoping for your continued support. We have made great progress in terms of breaking into the U.S. market. Our products are now in Walmart, Publix, Winn-Dixie, ShopRite, you know. So we're doing well, and it's because of all of the Jamaican diaspora that has given us that base and that encouragement to continue to do well, and we thank everyone.
Okay, Shelley and Fraser was our first interview on this program. And you said she likes the Vienna sausage. What is your favorite? Your favorite?
My favorite Grace Kennedy product. I love my corned beef. I love my Grace Kennedy corned beef. Love it. Yeah, man, I love it.
We know it has bully beef in it, but you're going to say corned beef.
I love it. Bully beef with some fried dumpling, Johnny cake. Love it. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Webby, for for being here and for your work in the community and Grace Kennedy, your years that you have spent working with Grace Kennedy. And we really appreciate the work that you're doing. And you know what? I want you to continue to support Hazel because she does a phenomenal job here, and we really appreciate her work in the community. She supports all of our events, and we just really thank you for continuing to give her the resources to be a stalwart in our community.
Hazel is something special. I tell her all the time I need 10 more Hazels.
It's going to be hard to find. She's an energizer, but
it's going to be impossible to find. But I mean, she has so much energy, so much enthusiasm, and so much drive to succeed. She's an example of a great Jamaican woman, and I'm very, very proud of her because she has been working with Grace Kennedy even before I started, from the 70s. I'm sure that's a secret.
It's not, because we actually went to high school together. She went to Holy Childhood High School, so she can't help it. It's in her blood.
Yes. Thanks a lot, my dear, and keep good.
Yes, God bless you.
Okay, good. Bye.